Hey guys, it's Jason with ComicCryptoStock. Today we're going to be doing a CGC unboxing. We've got Ultimate Fallout 4, the regular cover, Miles Morales' first appearance. This book is one that I'm speculating on and I'm also recommending because later this year, around Christmas, they're coming out with the Into the Spider-Verse animated movie where Miles Morales is going to be the Spider-Man. So that is going to really kind of ignite this thing. Also within Spider-Man Homecoming, if anyone hasn't seen it by now, I'm going to talk a little bit about it, not much though. There's a couple little teasers in there that let you know that they're thinking about Miles Morales. So one of them is the Prowler, who is Miles Morales' uncle, is in that movie. He's the younger guy that Peter Parker kind of interrogates, interviews about the guns, and he mentions, yeah, I've got a nephew who lives around here. I don't want these guns on the street. That nephew he's talking about is Miles Morales. So they're at least acknowledging his existence within the MCU. That also really kind of made this book take a pretty good jump, especially in the raw grades. Those really jumped up, 50%. And then also at the end of the movie, when Peter Parker refuses Tony Stark's new suit and to be part of the Avengers, that suit, I don't know if it's Miles' suit, but it looks exactly like Miles Morales' black and red Spider-Man suit. So anyway, this book has a couple issues that I want to talk about. Now, I sent these all to go get pressed because there's a... right in the middle of this book, there's a vertical, almost like a subscription crease, but very, very light, very, very minor. You can miss it if you're not looking for it. These all originally came polybagged, and so when they sat in that poly bag had a seam right here, and it just put a very, very slight indent onto it. So the thing was, I wasn't sure if CGC would take that into consideration when it comes to their 9/8, or are they going to say, well, we're not going to give it a 9/8 because of that subscription crease. I've got to give a shout out to my presser, Mike, over at Hero Restoration. He worked his butt off on these things. They did not want to press easy. He pressed them multiple times. I mean, he pulled out all the stops, all the tricks, did everything he possibly could to help these books. So the first submission we're working here is 20 books, basically. I think we're actually 19. But that was the first batch of 20 that I got. I found a guy that had a lot of them, and then I worked a deal for 20 of them. So at the time on eBay, they were going for about $25 a piece, so I picked up the 20 of them for $400, so I got a $5 discount. All right, that's nice. I'm looking at the values of them at the time. The 9/6s were going for $100 and the 9/8s were going for $200. So I'm going, okay, there's a good amount of value here if I'm able to buy these things and grade them. And with newer books, I like to think if you can get a book that hasn't been handled by people, maybe just sat in the back of a comic store and distributor packs or whatever, I like to think that you got about a 35% chance to get a 9/8 out of that. So out of the 20 books, we're hoping to get, 6, maybe 7 9/8s. When I got the original 20, I went through them, graded them. I said, yeah, these look good. They're not perfect, but they look good. And the math is working to get 9/8s and to be able to sell a couple of them, save a couple of them, that kind of thing. So after that, I called them back up and started negotiating to get some serious quantity. So we got a few other of my buddies. We all went in. We picked up 200 more. And this took me a month and a half of back and forth with this guy negotiating, and then him finally checking his stock, and then, we were going to get a little bit more than that, and he's like, no, the most I want to sell you is 200 more. Because, I don't want to deplete my supply that much. He said he only had 400 and he didn't want to sell me 250 of them or whatever it was. So we picked up 200 of them for $15 a piece, which is just insane. That's a great, great price. Literally 2 weeks after we got them, the Spider-Man Homecoming movie came out, and people saw the clues in there to Miles Morales, and those ungraded copies shot, you know, from 25 to 35. So instantly we were just like, wow, we just got lucky. So anyway, this is the first batch. Then later we're gonna unbox the 60. So I took the 60 best ones out of the 200. So we'll see how many 9/8 we can get out of that. Now also I want to show you a raw one that I'm calling this one a 9/6. This is a really, really beautiful 9/6. One tiny little spine stress that breaks the color, and I think it only breaks the color on one side. I mean, it's like as close as you're going to get to a 9/8, but not going to get there. So that way I can show you this book, and I can show you this crease that's from the poly bag. So my thought is I may send this book in unpressed to see if CGC just gives it a 9/6 like I think they do, or think they should anyway, and take that little tiny crease into consideration. Also, if it comes back like a 9/2, then I know, wow, okay, so that way I know all my 9/6s, when I get around to sending them, will have to get pressed also. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this book. Alright guys, so here we are. I'm going to try and get this light. Okay, so see, right there. You see that? That line right there is from the poly bag. And it's just ever so slight. Let's see if we can get the... Boy, I mean, it just doesn't... You can't see it with the phone unless I really just get that light to shine on it. But that's what I'm talking about. And Mike over at Hero Restoration had a real tough time. Oh, there's a little difficulty there too. A little finger bend. So the little spine stress I'm talking about, and it is tiny, guys. Right at this corner right there. So if we look at it, it just breaks the color right there in that black. And that spine stress does not transfer over to the back cover. Other than that, this book is, you know, is beautiful. So I would grade this a 9/6, and me personally, I would take into consideration this very, very light crease caused by the poly bag. Unfortunately, I don't know what CGC would think about that. Oh, there you go. So you can see it's almost like two lines there. Maybe the book that this was next to on the back kind of gave it a little depression there too. Like that shows up pretty good there. So that's just what happened to these books when they were poly bagged and put in distributor bags. You know, I've never seen a poly bag. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're doing that, but I always remember the seams being at the top and the bottom where this wouldn't happen. You know, in the 90s when they first started poly bagging stuff. But either way, I probably will send at least one book like this to CGC to see if they'll call it a 9/6, because if they'll call it a 9/6 without being pressed, then all my 9/6s I'll send and not press them. But the 9/8s, I just felt it wasn't really worth it. You know, I figured let's try and press them. These things were not easy for Mike. You know, he really pulled out all the stops. So let's see what happens with those, and then later with the other 60 of the best, absolute best ones. All right, so let's get into this unboxing now. go. Now, in our last submission, 2 of these got tagged on. So we already have 198 and 196. Okay, 96. Ooh, so it's a 9-0. Nine six. Nine six. There's our 9-8. It's another 9-6. Nine four. Nine four. Nine six. Nine six. Nine eight. Nine eight. Nine six. Nine four. Nine six. Nine eight. And another 9-6. All right, guys, so here's the final count with the 2 books that we unboxed in our modern and copper video that was posted like a week or 2 ago or something like that. Okay, so we got 5 9.8s, 10 9.6s, 3 9.4s, and 1 9.0. Also, there's a straggler Shadow Man in here that we're going to tag onto the Shadow Man video. I also went through and looked at these 9.6s to see if I could see any subscription line, you know, crease from the poly bag in them, and they were all very, very minimized. So I haven't made up my mind as to whether the 9.6 candidates need to be pressed or not. I may send that one book as an experiment because that's going to save a lot of money because these were very difficult books for Mike to press. Now, one other cool thing that I'm going to do, I've got a $30 gift certificate for Hero Restoration, so you guys can try Mike out. If you want to be entered in the contest to get that certificate, leave a comment, and anywhere in the comment just put Hero Restoration, and then we'll kind of tally everyone up and choose a winner. So that'll be kind of cool for you guys. So, hey, we've still got 60 more of these coming real soon. We'll see what happens with those. You know, those were the creme de la creme of the 200, so I'm really hoping for tons and tons of 9.8s out of that one. This was the tester to see if it made sense. Ended up with 5. Yeah, I would have liked to have 6 or 7. But 5, you know, still works. Those books are going for 200, 250. The 9.6s are going for, you know, right around 100. The other ones, I don't know, the 9.4s, maybe they're going for $50. You know, the 9.0, that one is going to be a loss, you know, basically. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment if you want to be entered into the Hero Restoration $30 gift certificate. Leave Hero Restoration somewhere in the comment, and we'll enter you into that. And thanks for looking at the video, and catch you on the next one. Please like and subscribe, guys. This is Jason with ComicCryptoStock.